In this bizarre story, we share how a 19-year-old local girl got rejected by over 100 investors, and 10 years later, she and her partner made a design company that is now worth over $40 billion. This company is now the world's most valuable startup, founded and led by a woman. This is a company she started with zero connections, but has now grown to over 100 million active users in over 190 countries. This is an interesting story of how Melanie Perkins, with zero technical background, manipulated a graphic design software to become one of the youngest, richest, self-made female entrepreneurs the world has ever known. This is a story of determination and fears, courage and uncertainties, disappointments and visions, all mixed together. Melanie Perkins was born in the year 1987, in Perth, Western Australia. She is the daughter of an Australian-born teacher and a Malaysian engineer of Filipino and Sri Lankan descent. She attended Sacred Heart College, a secondary school located in the northern Perth suburb of Sorrento. At high school, Perkins had aspirations of becoming a professional figure skater and would routinely wake up at 4:30 a.m. to train. By the age of 14, she had started her first business, selling handmade scarves at shops and markets throughout Perth. She credits this experience with developing her entrepreneurial drive, as she never forgot the freedom and excitement from building a business. A few years later, when she was a student at the University of Western Australia, Melanie pursued her career in communications, psychology, and commerce. As part of her major studies, she also taught basic computer design. This was when she realized that students struggled to work in technical and difficult platforms like Photoshop and Illustrator. Then the idea of her building her first business came knocking. In 2007, 2 years after taking her first digital media class, Perkins and her boyfriend, Cliff Albrecht, decided to create a user-friendly graphic design software that allowed schools and students to make their yearbooks. They named it Fusion Books, and made their first sale to a French school in Sydney. Their client list grew as they sold to 15 schools in their first year, 30 in their second year, and 80 in their third year of business respectively. The company functioned out of Perkins' mom's lounge, where they printed the physical yearbooks. In 5 years, Fusion Books grew into the biggest platform of its kind in Australia, even expanding into New Zealand and France. Perkins bootstrapped the business, but they were running out of funds for expansion. So, she began chasing investors. Perkins and Cliff Albrecht wanted to expand upon what they'd done with Fusion Books. This potentially gave birth to Canva. The idea for Canva was simple: allow users to create any design. This included wedding invitations, business cards, social media posts, ebooks, and more, without needing a degree in graphic design. The online digital design platform was template-based and simple to use, which solved a major problem for people who needed to design something but might not have the know-how to do so. By offering this service for free, Canva changed the requirements needed to produce high-quality designs. But the major problem is how to source funds for the expansion. A few years, or let us say, later in 2010, while at a conference in Perth, Perkins received her first big break when a chance encounter with Silicon Valley investor, Bill Tai, which later invited Perkins to San Francisco to pitch her idea. The legendary venture capitalist, clearly impressed, then connected her with his contacts. She wanted to take assistance and help from venture capitalists, but no one agreed and believed in the idea. Perkins faced more than 100 rejections as she sought finance for Canva. Every time we were rejected or had tricky questions, we'd improve our pitch decks, she said. But yeah, we decided to give it a go, because when you don't have any connections, you don't have any network, you just kind of have to wedge your foot in the door and wiggle it all the way through, she said. Despite the constant rejection, Melanie Perkins refused to lose hope. There was nothing she wouldn't do to see her company through to success, including learning how to kitesurf. Before long, the young couple was winning over major investors and building out Canva's design platform with a fast-growing team of tech engineers. One fine day, they met with a former Google executive, who after years of struggle came as a blessing. He expressed interest in the idea but told the founders to put everything on hold until they found a tech team of the caliber required. Cameron Adams later joined the team and also supported Canva to get funding for the brand to grow. Months later, at the close of their first funding round, the company was oversubscribed. In fact, the initial $1.5 million investment was matched by the Australian government to retain the company on Aussie shores. In 2013, the company was officially launched after 2 rounds of seed funding where Melanie Perkins was announced as the CEO of Canva, Albrecht as the COO, and Cameron Adams as the CPO of the company. The following year, the site went live, allowing subscribers to create many online designs for free. The company later expanded its reach to places like Beijing and Manila. As the years passed, the company kept adding more distinguishing features to its platform, even with just a little diversification outside Australia. Melanie got popular in Silicon Valley and among the tech businesses of the United States. In 2016, she was named the Forbes 30 Under 30 in Asia list. Perkins' dream of building a graphic design platform that was easy to use with limited design skills came to be true with Canva. The platform has been an amazing alternative to Adobe Photoshop and Illustrator, where the users have endless options for designing unique graphics even when Adobe dominates the global market. After 9 years of building towards a grand vision, their growth happened fast: 1 million users in 2014 and 6 million users in 2015. Canva reported around 75 million users in March 2022, and in October 2022, they said that over 100 million users use Canva every month. The number has increased from 60 million in 2021. They also have over 2,500 employees working under them. Being in the early 30s of her life, Melanie Perkins has struggled and achieved a lot at a very young age. While she got happily married to Cliff Albrecht, her co-founder, in January 2021, both of them plan to have a happy and successful future in building and growing Canva and helping people with all the possible resources that they have. As of January 31, 2022, Perkins' estimated net worth is $6.5 billion as per Forbes report. Melanie believes that her community and connections are really important for her business to reach new heights, and she trusts that together with her team they will soon become a global leader in the tech design industry. Solve a real problem that many people experience. If you find a problem that people care about, then it will make every other aspect of running a business much easier. If it wasn't for those years of figuring things out on our own, learning the ropes of the business, and being deeply focused on our customers' needs, I don't think Canva would be anywhere near where it is today. Melanie and her husband's story are truly inspiring. They are the real money bags, match made in heaven.
Brought to you by Moneybags.